Hey kids, how are you today? Oh, there we go again. Blocking the camera. Oh, weird. Yeah, I had a good day today. Did you have a good day today? And my doggies are around here. Joey, are you happy? Look at Joey. Joey, are you happy? Smile at the camera. Are you a party all by yourself, Joey? Hey, Joey, are you happy? Oh, you should have seen him earlier. He was wagging his tail. He was excited because there was dogs on the TV. And then Stella started barking. Stella, were you barking? Stella, were you barking? Why were you barking at those two dogs? They were having too much fun? Were they? Look, Stella's wagging her tail. Were they having too much fun? I think they were. Okay, whatever. You guys get jealous of the dogs on TV. I know you do. They are hilarious, these dogs, on this farm channel I watch on YouTube. And yeah, they have like 5 or 6 dogs running around their farm. And my dogs are always barking, and the horses and the cows. You know, it's a real farm. Lots of animals. And so it's crazy here some days because I'm like, shut up. I can't think. You guys are just barking so loud. Anyhow, that's dogs for you. They're just being dogs, right? And he was like, oh, I had to go to the eye appointment today. Ophthalmologist or whatever this eye institute is. Because I did go to the optometrist and he recommended that I see, the ophthalmologist. I was kind of worried about it. I don't know why. I was like, I don't really like this idea of someone touching my eyes and putting stuff in them. And it turned out to be okay. It turned out to be fine, you know. They did 3 tests. And the first one was like, 2 tests. The first one was like, she said it's called the field test. And so jokingly I said, oh, I feel like I'm about to make a goal. Or I should make a goal. And so she laughed. I was like trying to keep it light, you know, because I'm not a big fan of having all these tests under my eyes. And they're saying that the right eye has got narrowing. I think it's on the inside here. There's like this, the optometrist explained it like there's like a dump. That sounds rude. There's like a dump in your eye where all the bacteria gets dumped into, and then your eye is like this miraculous self-cleaning little machine, you know. And mine is supposed to be shaped like a V, like everybody's is shaped like a V, right? Like a V. Just picture that under your eye there somewhere. And mine is narrowing. So that's kind of freaking out my optometrist because he's been watching my eyes over the years. And he said, it's time to go have this, laser surgery. And I was like, what? Yeah, no, I don't want laser surgery. And then I was like, okay, I need to sit this morning. I need to pray about it. I'm praying for complete healing because God is good, you know, he will heal. We don't know when he wants to heal or if it's going to be like instant or if it's going to be over time. But I was like, Lord, you know how I feel about my eyes and them being touched and a laser. Like, I don't know. It just was freaking me out a little bit. So I was anxious this morning just a bit, but I got over the anxiousness and I prayed and said, Lord, okay, you want me to go there? Maybe I can just leave some tracts. I have these like little pamphlets that talk about the gospel and, you know, just sharing Jesus, with whoever. And so I had a whole bunch of them. I just stuffed them in my purse and away I went this afternoon. It was this afternoon. Holy, it's so late. It's almost 7 o'clock. My husband will be home for dinner soon. Okay, I got to make this a quick video, guys. I'm sorry. I think that it was the best idea, you know, to go. I was going to cancel this appointment. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to believe for complete healing over my eye. Why do I need to go and have more tests? You know, we already know what's wrong with it. So anyway, I went anyway. And, you know, the second examiner, the first one was funny. Like she was kind of in a like rush, you know. She wasn't very talkative. I was trying to sort of engage with her a little bit, but she wasn't really having it. She was just kind of in and out of the room, and it was a really crazy test where you got to put your chin on this thing and you got to look through this view thing and then viewfinder or whatever, and you got to see like the star, and you got to press this button every time you see a light. The light sometimes is bright, light sometimes not so bright. And I was pressing and pressing and pressing. It was a 5-minute test for each eye. And you know, you think, oh, 5 minutes, that's not long, but it felt like forever. And I was there and I was like, oh my gosh, can this be over? I'm so tired. You know, it was tiring me out. And the second eye, when she did my left eye, was much faster. Like it went way better. And it didn't even seem like 5 minutes. So maybe I was catching all the lights. I don't know. I was getting good at the button thing. Boop, 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 boop. I was actually having fun at that point. I was like, okay, instead of, you know, looking at it from, oh, 5 more minutes, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with this. And I'm just going to, you know, hopefully pass the test quicker this time. And I did. And so then I go out of that room and I had to wait for another examiner. And then when I went in that room, it was a little bit smaller and darker, but he had a cool machine there too. And I just had to, he put some drops in my eyes, and then I had to look at far away, and he did some measurements, I think, but they freeze. They put a little freezing on your eyeballs so that you don't feel what they're doing, right? Because they're taking pictures of the back of your eyeball. And I was quite, you know, amazed that it was a really quick test. But then I'm coming out of there and I'm like, I can't see. My eyes were all gluing and shutting. And I was like, oh, Debbie, you just have to blink, 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 blink. And I was blinking a lot, blinking a lot. Finally, I get to the washroom. I had to go before I left. And I was like, okay, now I've got some tracks left. What am I going to do with these? And so it was a really nice washroom. It was really big. And it had a beautiful sink area with a big mirror, like almost like, you know, from the top of the sinks right up to the ceiling. It was huge. It was a really nice place, you know, considering. Very modern, very new. And so on the glass shelf, I strategically left the pamphlets for people to find if they want and to read them. And I went on my merry way, and I felt like, oh, and before actually the second man, he looked at my eyes. I said, can I give you something? And then he said, sure. He said, but after the test. So after the test, I said, here, are you by any chance, do you know Jesus? And he said, yes, I do. I go, I thought so. And he says, how did you know? I said, because you have that look on your face, like you're joyful. You have such a beautiful smile. And every time I was talking to him, he was responding, you know, really politely, and just a nice guy, you know, like all around nice, and took time. Like he wasn't rushing me or anything. And I was like, wow, this guy is really in the right job. He makes people feel at ease. He makes people feel comfortable. So anyway, we chatted just a little bit because I didn't want to take up too much time, because I think he had a few more people to see after me. But I'm pretty chatty. And yeah, I felt so good after I left that place. I was so worried about it. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I just don't want to go. But it turned out okay. And I don't know, I got another appointment with this doctor now that I have to see. And he's going to actually do the laser surgery. So I have a lot of questions for him before he touches my eye. I don't like people touching my eyes. I don't know how you feel about that. Or my mouth. Go to the dentist. I'm what they call a knuckle flyer in the dentist chair. I'm holding on it for dear life as if something's going to happen any second. And actually, you know, it's all good. He's a good guy. I got good doctors. I'm very blessed, I have to say. Very blessed. They're very good doctors, you know. And that's what we have to be thankful for, that we have these doctors, you know. Some of them may not be so good, but I think God's just looking out for me. And I'm very, very thankful for that. Anyway, I got to go over there. See, kitchen in the background. I got to go over there. Oh, I didn't show you guys my new fridge. Remember the last time I was cooking in the kitchen over here, and I said, this white clunker fridge, we got to get rid of it because it just quits without warning. I said, I got a new fridge coming. And so, ta-da! Well, there's the handles. Can you see it? I don't know. I got to back up here. There, look at that. It even has a meat drawer in the middle. It's pretty big, actually, for fridges, you know, as fridges go. And it has the water dispenser on the outside, which I really appreciate, because my husband and my son, they love to have ice cubes and water all day long, and just put your glass there, and there you go. You got ice water and you got ice. And you got crushed ice too, if you really want to get fancy. So the next thing to go is this guy here, this 22-year-old stove. Still going, you know. It is. But, you know, sometimes it goes poof when I turn on the gas. And it kind of alarms me a little bit. So I'm thinking, yeah, we need to upgrade this as well. And the microwave is newer, but it's starting to give off radiation because I have a radiation EMF reader. And I put it up to this side here where what is this? The readout thingy. And it was red. I think I told you this maybe already in a previous video. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. And I said, oh no, we got to get rid of this microwave. Almost didn't want to get another one. But honestly, we do use it for not cooking in so much, but defrosting and reheating a drink now. Now, I know it's not great to do that, but it's so convenient. And at my age, you need all the convenience help you can get. Oh, look at my plants. You know, my plants are looking really good right now. And I give them some plant food, and they're loving the extra sun they're getting now. Oh, this silver thing, if you're wondering, by my sink here, this thing here is a water filtration system. It works by gravity. It's called a Berkey. I'm not paid anything to say nice things about this company, but it's if you're looking for a good water filter system, and you only have to replace the filters inside. There's just 2 of them once a year. And your tap water turns into drinkable, tasteless, which is what water should be like. It should have no taste. Beautiful water. And the little spigot thingy here is right here. So if I open it, see, look, it comes out. I don't want to waste it. It comes out and just goes in my sink. Before, we had it too far back, and sometimes we'd knock it accidentally and we'd have water all over the place. So yeah, I love it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, as I said, I got to go make dinner. Been nice to chat with you. Just being a busy grandma. Gonna see my grandsons soon. For the youngest one is turning 1, little Maxwell. Hi, Maxwell. And little brother Forrest is a little older, 2 years older. And then Sebastian, just having his birthday. He's turning 9. So yeah, it's wonderful. It's busy. April is so busy. So many birthdays. Oh my goodness. And Easter, you know, everything's jammed in there. So we're just doing our best to get, you know, everything done. And so we'll talk soon, okay? Leave some comments. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, you know, about Jesus, how do I get to know Jesus? I will try in the next video to answer your comments. I will read them. I will. And I enjoy talking to everybody. So, sayonara. Until next time, Grandma Debbie. Bye.